What do paint and balls have in common? Well, they combine in a pixelated world to form part of an essential quest of wonder, dexterity and colour collection in the curious and sometimes mad game of Wizball. My good friend urged me to play this game. He said this game is ace, and he had it when it first came out on the Commodore 64. I never had a Commodore 64. I started my life with a BBC microcomputer, and then soon upgraded to an Atari ST. Why was it called an Atari ST? Because it was made by Atari, and the ST actually stands for 1632, which is something to do with 16-bit buses and 32-bit processors. But I'm not a computer engineer, so we must press on with the exploration of this curious game and find out if my good friend actually is correct in his short review, or whether he is basing it on a false memory and got himself mightily confused, which does happen more often than not. What is a Wizball? I don't think anyone knows, but I do know it involves wizards and balls. Clever. Wizball was created by Sensible Software. Yes, those guys. The guys that brought you a plethora of imaginative and fun games such as Sensible Soccer, The Cannon Fodders, Sensible Golf, Megalomania, and many, many more classics such as Sim Brick. Although I think that was supposed to be a mild joke at the expense of the computer game playing public, and I have yet to play it. Published by Ocean Software, a company responsible for an unnerving amount of film tie-in adaptations, probably running into the thousands, including the classic Batman the movie, amongst other popular licenses involving people called Sylvester and Arnold. Ocean Software became one of the biggest publishers in the world, but be warned, they did make Hudson Hawk and Navy Seals, which I had previously erased from my mind, but now I've reminded myself of them again, so I'm almost annoyed about that. Wizball came out in 1987, originally on the C64, and later versions soon followed. I don't really remember much of 1987. Many terrible disasters happened, but some good movies came out, such as Lethal Weapon, so I hear. So what is Wizball actually about? You are a ball called Wiz, short for wizard. An evil man called Zark has stolen colour. Not quite sure how that works, but this is what we have to go on. You have a cat to help you, which looks nothing like a cat. It just looks like a smaller funny ball. Bounce your ball left and right and shoot enemies. The game is semi-large, not tiny and not huge, consisting of 8 levels and numerous bonus levels, which we may see later if we're lucky. 3 colours are needed to complete the level. Once you have filled your pots up, you will be whisked away to the next grey murky level to go and do it all over again. I like the fact that you have to fill your paint pots to the brim, because that's how I like my tea and coffee. But there is a massive problem. You cannot collect the paint yourself. You need your cat, called Catalite. The important thing to remember is that you must hold down the fire button to then be able to move the cat, who can then fire and soak up the required paint colours. Controlling the ball is also difficult, as you will bounce around and have horrible inertia, causing you to die multiple times. As you shoot enemies, you will be able to unlock additional useful upgrades. By collecting these funny green blobs, it advances your choice along the top. But you must waggle your joystick for you to unlock the required upgrade. And you must unlock your cat as soon as it can be done. The monochrome world is counting on you. The more you build up your arsenal, the easier it is to control the ball. And if you are really lucky, eventually you can just move along effortlessly with absolutely no bounce at all. Bonus stages appear after completing levels. They are ridiculously difficult, but don't worry, they do not seem to affect your advancement of levels. The game did very well, and a sequel does exist called WizKid, the story of Wizball 2, which I'm yet to play. But after the experience of this game, I am now particularly intrigued, and I might well play later. My other good friend said he has nothing good to say about this game. It never really grabbed him by the Wizballs. 32 baddies, not bad. But now we must enter the Wiz Lab for some essential pot draining. Right, here we go. Oh, come on. How do you control this thing? Come on. Oh, this is not acceptable. Oh, I'm losing the will here. I don't know how much more I can take of this. This could drive someone to really hate balls. Oh, forget it. In a whimsical land, bouncing blobs, colours aflow, a wizard's masterpiece in the game's vibrant show. I've no idea what any of that means. Shove yourself down holes in the ground and multiple pipes to explore where the droplets are hiding. But please remember to always have your trusty green cat ball with you, or you will fail miserably. And we absolutely do not want that. Not on any day of the week. The question to really be asked, I think, would be, is Wizball an enjoyable game? Well, it's certainly different, and I have played the game for a good 48 minutes, which has met the allotted threshold to qualify as an enjoyable game. But as well as being enjoyable, this game is very unusual, which can't be a bad thing either. It may get a little wearisome endlessly falling down plug holes to find pots of paint, but if you are after something a little bit different to tantalise your gaming taste buds, then I would heartily recommend this game to provide you with adequate entertainment within a well-structured hour. I must say, the ending of Wizball was a huge disappointment. Spoiler alert! If you do not wish to see the end of the game, please switch off now and I will bid you farewell. If you do want to see the end, then you must prepare yourself. Well, what a ridiculously disappointing ending. Is that it? Just restoring the world back to normal? In colour? Oh well. Never mind. Painting all the colours of the rainbow should make me particularly excited, but I can tell you one thing for free. It absolutely does not.